Welcome, dear students, to Computer Studies Standard 10th English Medium. Today, we are in Part 5 of Chapter number 6, that is Data Editing and Formatting in Calc. So, let's begin. Today, our topic is going to be very interesting. Here, we are going to learn about conditional formatting. Now, formatting we had already learned, that is, formatting means changing the looks, making the font bold or changing the color or doing some other thing. Right? Now, in today's topic, I am going to teach you that this formatting will be done automatically by Excel. You will not have to do that thing. You just have to specify the condition. According to that, the formatting will be done automatically. But before I start teaching you this thing, if you haven't subscribed my channel, if you are new on my channel, please subscribe this channel, because this channel is going to be very useful to you throughout standard 10th plus standard 11th also. So let's begin with practicals. The students whose marks are less than 36 are displayed in red color and there is underline in their marks. Right? Now, if a person tries to change the color and tries to make it black, it is not possible. Just see, nothing happens. If that person tries to remove that underline, it is not possible. So, automatically when a teacher enters the marks, and if the marks are less than 36, see, I am entering here 30, then automatically the font will change to red and it will give a red underline. So hope you are interested in learning how does this thing happen. So I will teach you practically. First thing what I have to do is I have to select this cell range in which I have stored the marks, or I am going to store the marks. For time being, I am removing this marks to explain you that when the teacher enters the mark, what happens. So I select this cell range. Thereafter, I have to click on Format menu. In Format menu, I have to click on Conditional Formatting. Now in Conditional Formatting, I have to set the condition. It is given cell value is, now here it is given between, so I select is less than 36. Okay, if the student's marks are less than 36, then click on Format menu, remove this strike through and give a underline from here. You can give double underline also and single underline also. So I select single underline and then I select the font color to red and I click OK. I click OK here. So you can see that this formatting has been done automatically. Now if a teacher enters the marks, for example here 30, 28, then you can see if the marks are less than 36, automatically it will give this formatting. Now if you want to give a specific format to the rankers, that is the students who are getting 90 or above 90, then you can give second condition also. You can give up till 3 conditions. Now what condition or what formatting I want to apply is I want to change the cell color to yellow and font color to blue and make it bold. Then I click on Format, Conditional Formatting. Now say, remember, this is main thing, you have to click on Add. You don't have to make any changes here. You have to click on Add button and here you have to give the next condition, that is the cell value is greater than, or you can also give greater than or equal to 90. Format, remove the strike through, no underline here, only font color should be blue and the background color should be yellow. So I click on patterns and then I select the color yellow from here and I click OK. So second condition is applied. If you want to give one more condition, then you can click on Add. Just now I don't need to give one more condition, so I remove this thing and I click OK. Now you can see wherever the marks are above or equal to 90, the color and this thing has changed. I forgot to make it bold, no problem. Now I would also like to teach you how to do the same thing in the Excel which you are using at your home. So the same thing, same type of data I open in Excel 2007, which is most commonly used by the people. So I select this cell range. Now here see different tabs are there: home, insert, page, formula, right? From that I have to click on home tab. In the home tab I have to click on conditional formatting. Now here you have to go to the first option, that is highlight cell rules. This is known as cell rules. Now here you can specify the condition greater than, less than. So I go to less than to give the red underline or red color font. So here it is not showing me same thing which was shown there. Here it is showing me different format, and see it is already showing me how it looks. It is showing the preview. Fine. So from here I can choose the thing whichever I want, and exactly what I had done there in 2003 that you want to do, then you have to go to the last option, that is custom format. Click on custom format. So exactly the same thing will open which had opened in 2003, and from here you can do the same thing which I had done in that Excel 2003, and okay. So you can see that the format has changed. So hope you may have enjoyed learning this new thing, and it will be very much useful to you. Now, the topic which I am going to teach you is spelling check. Now, we all are familiar that in Microsoft Word program, we get the facility to check spelling and grammar. Am I right? You all may have learned that thing in standard 9th. Now, in Microsoft Excel, grammatical mistakes cannot be checked. Only spelling mistakes could be checked. Because while typing, we generally make spelling mistakes. Not only you, but me also. I also make spelling mistakes while typing anything. So, Kelsey or Microsoft Excel is given a facility to check spelling. Now, the word spelled incorrectly will be underlined with red line, provided the spelling check toggle button is on through the toolbar. Now, this is given in the textbook, but it is wrong information which is given here. This thing, toggle button, and this all things are only there in Microsoft Word. It is not there in Excel. But since it was given in the textbook, so I have typed this sentence. Now, to check spelling mistakes, you have to click on the Tools menu. Inside Tools menu, you have to select the spelling check option. Now, whatever I have marked in red and bold could be asked in the MCQ. So, you have to click on Tools menu, and from that you will get the first option, that will be spelling check option. Or the shortcut key which you can use is F7 function key. So, let's do this thing practically. Now I am teaching you the use of spelling checking. Fine. So first thing is I press Control Home to come to the first cell, that is cell A1. Now I will first tell you that in your book it was given that this thing is a toggle key, but it is not a toggle key, it is a simple key. Now I press F7. First I will press F7. I am using the shortcut key. So here it is showing me that SR number whatever I am written is wrong. It should be, and these are the suggestions which are given to me. If I feel like that any of the suggestion is correct, then I should select the word given from the suggestion, but I think that this is correct word for me. So I will be explaining you the meaning of the 6 buttons which are given here. So just now I will click on ignore once. What is the meaning of ignore once? That I know it's a spelling mistake, whatever, but do not try to show me this thing as a spelling mistake. Now if I click on ignore all, then wherever I have made the same mistake, it will not suggest me as a spelling mistake. So just now I am clicking on ignore once. Fine. Now the next spelling mistake is in Ahmedabad. So here it is suggesting me, but this is also wrong. This is the correct word according to me. So I will click on this option, that is add to dictionary. This word may not be present in the dictionary of Microsoft Office. So I will click here, add to dictionary. So now anytime whenever I write Ahmedabad like that way, then it will not show me spelling mistake. Now we come to this option, change. Now here it is showing me that the spelling of elementary is wrong. It should be like this way. So I should click on change or change all. If I click on change all, then wherever I have made the same spelling mistake, it will correct all the spelling mistakes in this worksheet. Just now I am clicking on change. Drawing, yeah, there also my spelling mistake, so change. So now entire spelling check is over. So like this way you can use this facility. Now when you are doing practicals, you do not need to create the thing which I have created. In whatever worksheet you have typed anything, there only you use this facility. Now here it was not showing me Bhavnagar as spelling mistake, because this thing also I have added to the dictionary of Microsoft Excel. So this was all about spelling check. Now we come to the next facility, and that is find and replace. It is there in Microsoft Word also, and in all the Microsoft packages or Office packages. This facility is there of finding any word or replacing any word. So to find any word, you have to click on the edit menu and select the find option from edit menu. Or else you can use the shortcut key Ctrl plus F. Both could be asked in the MCQ. Now to replace any word, what you have to do is the same process. You have to click on edit menu, and from edit menu you have to select the find option. And as soon as you select the find option, the find and replace dialog box will open, from which you have to click on the replace tab, or shortcut key is Ctrl plus H. Now it is not limited only to this many things which I read out here, but there are so many complications and so many things to learn in that. So practically I will teach you all these features. So I would like to teach you that there are two options of finding or replacing the things, and I would also like to teach you many of the sub options which are not given in any of the textbook, but they are very useful. Now find facility or find and replace facility is very much helpful to you when you have stored a large amount of data in your file. Another benefit which is not given anywhere, that also I will tell you, and that is that this facility will not be helpful to you only for finding the data in the current sheet, that is sheet 1. It will also search for the data in sheet 2 or sheet 3, any number of sheets present in this workbook. Fine. So how to use that option? You have to click on edit menu, and from edit menu you have to click on find option, or you can press Ctrl F. Fine. Now I will type here the word which I want to look for. I want to look for the student whose surname is Mehta. So it is giving me two options, find all and find next. So I click on find next. Fine. So it will stop at the first occurrence of that surname, Ayushi Mehta. Again, Bhargav Mehta. So like this way it is going on. Now it will also look for that surname in the other worksheet. Just see. Did you notice? I have kept the color of both the worksheets data different so that you can come to know. So it also came to the set 2 and looked for that data. So this thing. Fine. Now another important things which I would like to teach you is this thing, options. Now when you click on options button, this thing will open, which gives you the facility to filter the search option. You have learned the filtering of data. This is filtering the search. Say here it is given the option look within worksheet or only sheet, workbook or only sheet. If I click sheet only, then it will look for the word which is typed here only in this sheet. It will not go to sheet 2. Another thing, how would I like to search for that word, by rows or columns? Then that option also I can select from here. Another thing, match case. Now match case means it will try to look wherever I have typed Mehta with M capital and other letters small. Now see, for example, if I make M small here, and if I click on find next, what happens? Microsoft Excel cannot find the data you are searching for. So it will look exactly for the case which I have typed here. Then comes match entire cell content. What is the meaning of this? Now in this cell I have typed Ayushi Mehta, or here I have typed Charmi Mehta, right? But it will look for the cell where I have typed only Mehta. So that type of cell will not be available. So it will say that this thing is not available. Fine. Now next thing I close these options and I come to replace thing. Now if I want to replace any word by any other word, you may be able to remember that incident of 3 idiots, right? Amir Khan had replaced some word by some other word. Fine. Now if I want to replace Mehta by Shah, then I have to type here find what? Mehta, replace by Shah. Then here 4 options are given: replace all, replace, find all, and find next. I will explain you. First is find next. So what happened? Why it is not able to find? Yeah, this thing I will remove. Fine. Now find next. So it will stop at Ayushi Mehta. Now it is asking me whether I would like to replace this Mehta by Shah. If yes, then click replace and go ahead. Then Bhargav Mehta would I like to replace? If I don't want to replace, then I have to click find next. Okay, so like this way it is. And if I click on replace all, then what happens? It replaced all the Mehtas by Shah. So total 10 replacements are done. That also it is showing. Now just now I am explaining you this thing, find and replace option, in which I am using the example of surname. In practicals we don't have to change the surnames like that way. But just to explain this facility, I took this example. Fine. So find replaces over here. Printing the data which we have typed in the worksheet is the main thing. That is the final output of whatever work we have done. We need to take a printout on the paper. Am I right? Now, printing the worksheet requires special care because of the size of the worksheet. Unlike the word processor, the size of the document of a spreadsheet application is not fixed. If you are working with a Microsoft Word program, then you get the rectangular size of white color pages in which you type, and there whatever you type and however it looks there on the screen, same thing you can get in the printout. While in Excel, you know that Excel or any spreadsheet package, you know that the worksheet size is very much big, from which you have typed the data in very few cells. So how to take that proper printout on the paper of the data which you have typed, that will be taught to you by me just now. Before that, I will complete reading these points because from here MCQs could be asked. Multiple rows and columns you have created might not get fit in a page. Moreover, some information will be shortened. Further, it is not required to print the whole worksheet. You type the data in only few cells. You don't need to take the printout of so big worksheet, and you cannot take out also that thing. Therefore, before printing any document, it is advisable to use the print preview option. Now practically I will teach you all the features of printing the data. Now suppose I want to take the printout of this data which I have typed here, or the data which I have typed here or here, whatever. Then how to take the printout? So before taking out the printout, we have to just check that how will it look when we take the actual print on the paper. So I click on print preview. So now I can see that it is looking like this way. So much part of the paper is just left blank. So now how to adjust all the things? That this list I want to adjust in this big area. So there are different options to do that thing. So one by one I will teach you. First thing, I have to go to setup. Now in the setup, page setup dialog box, here there are 4 tabs: page, margin, header, footer and sheet. So first I am teaching you page tab. Now here or from here we can select the orientation, that is portrait or landscape. Suppose if I keep landscape, then the printout will come something like this way. Now next thing is I leave it as portrait only, I don't go for landscape. Here is the thing from where we can select the paper size. By default it is A4. So various paper sizes are given here. I go ahead with Arial only. Then from here you can select the print quality. High, low, medium, whatever you want to select you can select. I select high. Then next thing was about explaining you how to make this thing big. First I will see how it is looking in portrait. Fine. So that you can adjust from here. Just see, adjust to, it's given 100%. So from here I will adjust it. Say 145, then it's looking like this way. I will have to check then which is the best suitable size. 175 this way. Now these lines which are shown here in dark, actually when you take the printout it will not look dark. Remember that thing. It will look normal only. So now I select 205. Fine. So it's looking good. Then the next thing I have to teach you is the margins. From here you get the chance to adjust the margin, that is how much space to be left on the top, bottom, left and right. Besides, how much space will be left for header and how much space will be left for footer on the top and bottom. That I will be teaching you when we come to header and footer topic. Okay, just now this much was enough for you. Now here if I want to leave more space on left hand side, I can adjust it from here. Fine, now our printout will look proper. Another option is given from here also. If you click on margins, then it will show you a dotted line. I will zoom it little bit to explain you properly. See, you can see dotted line here. So here also you can drag and adjust the margin. See, suppose you can make it small. This space which is left here is for header. Now in this page I don't want to display header, then I can remove this space like this way. Then this column width also could be adjusted from here. Now see, in 10th standard most of the MCQs are asked from the practicals which I am teaching or which is given in the book. It is not asked from the textual part because there are maximum practicals only. So remember all these options. If you don't remember, if you are not able to remember by watching the video one time, then you watch it other time also, but try to remember these options. And the options in your this thing Excel will be totally different. So you have to remember all these options which are explained here. Fine. One more thing and the final thing which I have to teach you is about the print dialog box. That was page setup dialog box. Now print dialog box. There are three ways of going to print dialog box, either from file menu, and from here you can select this thing print preview, or from here print any of the option, or from here also you can go. Now in the print dialog box, what does it displays? It displays the first thing, that through which printer you want to take the printout. For example, with my computers two printers are attached, that is Canon and HP. So suppose I want to take the printout through the printer of Canon, then I have to select the printer from here. Second thing is print range, how many pages I want to print. Now in this example we have typed this much data, but in actual file if we have typed say 10 pages or 5 pages, then you can specify that you want to print how many pages. For example, I want to print page number 1 and 2, then I have to click here 1, 2 and then click OK. Just now I remove this thing because I want to teach you something else, that is selection. Now here print what? That is selection, active sheet or entire book. If you click active sheet, then by default whatever is typed in this sheet, that is sheet 2, will get printed. If you select entire workbook, then what is typed in cells, that is sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, everything will get printed. And what is the meaning of selection? That I will explain you. Suppose if I click on preview, it will not display anything, just see. It is displaying nothing. Why, that also I will tell you. Because I have selected this cell and there is no data in this cell, that is why. Now in this example, if I want to print this much data, okay, I don't want to print the whole table, I want to print only this much data, then how to print that thing? For that, I will go to print dialog box and I will click on selection. Now I will click on preview to show you the result. So here only this much data will get printed, other all data will remain safe, it will not get deleted, but in printing only this much will come. So hope you have find this all facilities of page setup and print dialog box useful. Okay. Now I should also teach you how to go to the print dialog box and page setup dialog box in 2007 version. So for that you have to go to file menu, and from file menu you have to go to print. So here by default only it will display the print preview, and here you will get all the options such as print and then setting the printer and setting the print range, and all the options you will get here, and page setup also you will be able to open from here, you can see, because I have to teach you in both the versions because nobody is using 2003 version at their home. Fine. Now in your textbook or in any of the book, you may have observed one thing which is common on all the pages. What is that thing? Something is printed somewhere which is common on all the pages. What is that thing? That is the page numbers. Am I right? And page numbers are different on all the pages, but it is printed on all the pages. Another thing, in the textbook, if you see, the name of the textbook is printed on the left hand side page, and on the right hand side page, the name of the chapter is printed. So these all things are possible with the help of the facility called header and footer, because it is not possible for you to type separate page numbers in all the pages. It is a very lengthy process. You will get tired and you will make mistake. So these all things Excel will automatically do for you. Now I am reading out what is given here. At the top of every page and at the bottom of every page, an area is kept reserved. This area at the top and the bottom are known as header and footer respectively. The header means what? The thing which you want to print on the upper side of the page, that you have to insert in the header part, and whatever you want to print in the bottom part of the page, that you have to insert in the footer. Now the header and footer are areas in the Calc are divided in three areas called left area, center area and right area. Whatever you type in this area or areas will automatically get inserted into the document. Now let's do this thing practically. So as I told you just now, header and footer is a very important facility and it saves such a lot of time, plus it reduces the spelling mistake. If we manually give page numbers, then we will make mistakes. So how to do? For that you have got two options. Either you can click on view menu and then go to header and footer, okay, or you can do the same thing by going to the print preview. Fine, now first let me show you the same thing in the print preview. See, just now we have not given any header. So here I have created 4 pages. This is page 1, page 2, page 3 and page 4. Now purposely I have changed the color of the data of each page so that you come to know that these are different pages. Fine. So now how to set the header? Now some default options are given here. For example, if you just want to print the page numbers, then you can select from here page number 1 or something. Then so many options are given here. For example, if you want to print the address of the file, that where the file is saved in the computer, then you can select this option. So many various options are given here. Now I don't want to select any of the options from here, so I go to custom header and I will create a header on my own. Now what I would like to print in the header, so on the left hand side I would like to print first term marks or first term or students names, or I can create 9th standard students list. Then the name of the school, and on the right hand side section I can type the year, academic year 2020-21. Okay, so my header is ready. If I click OK, then we'll be able to see that on each page this thing has come. Next, next, and next. Right? Fine. Now I'll teach you how to set the footer. In the footer I select this option. This is the best option, page number 4 of question mark. What is that? What does that mean? I will teach you just now. At present I come to the first page. So it will display me here page 1 of 4. When I keep on changing the page, it will show me 2 of 4, 3 of 4. So it will make the user realize that he is in which page, plus how many pages are there in this worksheet. Both the things will be clarified if you insert this type of footer. Now the last topic of this chapter is getting help. Now whenever you are using a new program, in all the programs help facility is given, not only in Calc. So you at once look for the help. So same way in the Calc also this thing is provided. So in Calc has a built-in manual to provide help on different functions or different topics. To search required function, Calc provides a search function. All you need to do is just select help from openoffice.org help menu. Now this is a very lengthy process. The simplest alternative way is you just press the function key F1, so the help dialog box will open. So here we complete this chapter. If you have liked the video, please hit the like button. Thank you. Goodbye.